Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, my fellow Chibits. Today, I'm here to bring all of you another anime review of Ace Attorney Episode 3. I gotta say, when it came to the ending part of this episode, a big shocker, just to see how our MC is being thrown under the bus and being accused of killing his boss. That right there, I didn't see coming. I did not expect to see something like that to happen at all. But also, the way it was done, I'm like, that police officer's kind of incompetent. Very, very incompetent. Because at this time, there was no evidence really to support that it was the MC's fault for killing his boss. Besides him being there and discovering her body, it wasn't really necessarily his fault. Like, there's no evidence from what I can assume after watching this episode. Like, no evidence at this time, unless it's going to be fabricated. It doesn't seem like there's going to be any evidence. And regardless, the way the police officer kind of arrested him, I gotta say, I'm not really for that police officer after this episode. Just the way he went about it, and the way he listened to this dude, I'm like, what the fuck? Now, I'm just going to point out the obvious here. I'm going to assume that the police officer was paid off, because it was actually stated in this episode that the dude that actually has committed the murder, we know who the murderer is now, the dude that caused these crimes, he has politicians, police officers, and the entire judicial system in his pocket. So it's obvious that maybe he could fabricate evidence, or at the very least put anyone away he wants to, and also he has police force in his pocket as well, so it makes a little bit sense how, you know, our MC was thrown in jail, and now he's being held and acting like he is, you know, like some form of murderer. So I can understand that, but just the way the police officer acted, it made me feel like he was so fucking incompetent. So yeah, I just had to point that out. But anyways, this episode, we get to see our MC kind of outsmarting his rival and, you know, attorney at law. And I gotta say, I love that. I love seeing how he was outsmarting him. He was, you know, looking at the entire evidence, everything, and he was trying to figure out, okay, what's going on here? Is there any contradictions with the evidence? Is this person that's coming in here to be a witness? Is this person telling accurate information? I just love the way this episode was done. And I have to say, I'm a big fan of the style of art and animation. I mean, I mentioned it in the first episode, but I haven't really mentioned it again. And I gotta say though, when it comes to the art and animation of this series, when it comes to, like, you know, looking like a game, and you see like the little information about the characters, like, you know, they're a witness, their name, and, you know, the reason they're there and stuff, I really love that. I love that little added detail. I mean, I know not many might like that, because I mean, it could probably be annoying for some, but I, as an anime only, I truly enjoy that. I love seeing this little added information. It makes me feel like I'm actually playing the game or something, and the music is pretty badass too. I mean, it's not the best, but it's pretty badass for this series. So, enough of that. I gotta say though, when it came to the progression of the, you know, trial, I didn't think it was going to get extended as well, so that was an unexpected outcome. I thought that the trial and everything would be settled with this episode, but apparently it's going to be carried on into next week's episode, so pretty good shit. I will say that I believe our MC is going to get out of this. But yeah, that's about it when it comes to this episode. A lot of setup. Our, you know, female character that, you know, the sister, younger sister of the boss that was murdered, she is free now. She's not being held prisoner in jail and stuff. She now is able to walk free, but now we have a new issue. Our MC now is, you know, being accused of murdering his boss when we know for a fact he fucking didn't, which, that's pretty fucked up. We'll see what type of moral standards this prosecutor has when it comes to actually false, you know, stuff going on, false information, or, you know, fabricating evidence. We'll see how this dude is. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.